How programmers use ChatGPT, laziness on the fundamentals. This is episode number 340 of the My Online Toolbox weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing to help you grow your business with more quality leads. Look up because this particular second screen is going away as of this episode, and here's going to be the new and improved light bulb. We've always liked the light bulb. Bringing bright ideas to market. So we're doing a different one, showing a newer light bulb blasting off into space. So get used to it and say goodbye to this after a few years. We're finally retiring it. Going forward, a lot of you, thank you for joining us with the fourth quarter marketing game plan over at Markup and Profit. You can go to their channel. They will have this episode live if you or available, should I say, very soon. And please check in with My Online Toolbox if you would like to have access to it too. We could get you the link once it's available. If you go to the My Online Toolbox basic education class, an offer was provided. It was extended for just a few days. If you need marketing education and want to get access to the classes as well as some other goodies that we have included, check out the basic class landing page because that offer will go away within days. Last week we were discussing Google versus Microsoft Bing, and we want to let you know that we in the past have always done a recap of the few last week episodes, and we're going to trim it down because we just want people to know. If you want to see the last episodes, just simply go to the My Online Toolbox Facebook page and just scroll down. We only post one post a week anyway, so if you want to see what you've missed, scroll down because we rather get into more details as opposed to rehashing the past and helping everybody out. So again, go to the Facebook page of My Online Toolbox or go to the YouTube channel, but going forward, we're going to do less recaps and just go forward with the topics of the week. Remember, we've been doing this now almost 6.5 years of weekly posts. So never forget that if you're not following us on Facebook or YouTube and your current or new employees are not following us, please don't hold it against us at the end of the year when you realize how much you've missed. But anyway, this week, exciting information pertaining to ChatGPT. And what ChatGPT means is generative pre-trained transformer. Oh my God. But it's a large learning model focusing on language, and it's basically using artificial intelligence and massive amount of data so it can interact in a conversational manner. It could help you write essays, fictional stories, poems, and even advertising copy, which normally would make someone like me as a professional marketer a little worried. And schools are even banning its use due to the cheating that's taking place using ChatGPT. So we want you to realize that people, programmers, social folk, the bloggers, they're all starting to use it for so many different mechanisms, such as writing their meta descriptions. Many people realize that creating content is a hassle. And as early as 2022, Google was saying that under no uncertain terms, will the search engine view content created using artificial intelligence that it will be spam, and it's a violation of the company's guidelines. But even though they made those statements, we're going to get to this in a moment, they were not necessarily enforcing it because it was difficult to keep up with. But remember, we're going to end with something important to realize. Because ChatGPT can easily outline even a content marketing strategy, and it provides a very high level set of tactics for content related to any specific field. So the thing that we like to warn people about is already we've had a plethora of people who didn't want to do things correctly and they wanted to do things quickly. And now ChatGPT adds another layer of speed on top of speed. And you must keep that in mind, at least for brand marketing. Because if you ask any writer, and they're going to tell you the titles are, even as an example, the titles, the SEO title tags, and all of the other tags for images, it is difficult. It takes a moment to think. Unfortunately, ChatGPT does it in seconds. And on top of that, when you have a programmer who was already thinking in minutes, you have to realize when you give them the availability to do things quicker and quicker and quicker, but not necessarily strategic and not necessarily unique, that is the long-term downfall of many. And we're going to remind you, we have to remember the end of this episode makes a major point. So ChatGPT is helpful in some areas, but it's a disaster when the person is already immature at marketing and was already looking to do things as fast as possible. So we want to make you be aware that this story that we're leveraging, it's a very large story, but it was done very well. And I'm keeping the URL up on the screen. You would need to look up and freeze this episode to go to it. The story was very popular and very well thought out in just 2023. However, Google now in late 2024, which is covered under episode number 333 for the construction industry on the My Online Toolbox Facebook and YouTube channels, talks about Google's core update and how it's furthering the support of its original objectives for ranking and rewarding unique content. That's a key thing. So you better ask your programmers or anyone else involved with your blogging and marketing and whatever on how are they doing it, because when they do it and they show what a great job they did and they show you that it's posted online, and then 3 months, 6 months, a year goes by and they move on to other pastures and they've left that content for you on your website, you don't want to have the new Google algorithm, let alone the updates that we hear that are coming from other search engines like Bing. We don't want you to be penalized for the immature, fast work done by others years earlier when they're gone. So you please take a moment to ask people what tools they're using, because unfortunately, with the younger generation, a lot of ingenuity is disappearing. And they have this desire to just do something quickly. They'll take something through a tool, they'll quickly change a few words to plagiarize it to make you feel it looks all really good and unique to you. But if they use the tool, what happens is on the reverse side, all of the other search engine algorithms, they see that they've used a tool and they're able to even clearly flag that it's plagiarized, duplicated, or AI generated content. So you must take that to heart and take ownership on asking the people who are doing your marketing, how are they doing it, and make them hold them to the fire, because if you get penalized and they're gone, you could bet you're going to try to dig yourself out of a hole and it's not going to be easy. This is My Online Toolbox reminding you to like us on Facebook as well as these posts, or subscribe to us on YouTube and like some of the posts, and double check the My Online Toolbox Instagram channel for the weekly featured projects showing ongoing, unique content that contractors are generating. They're doing it because they've learned, and it is an essential skill. We always like to remind people that marketing with unique content is a skill. It takes just a little effort, and the question is, are you willing to learn or not, or are you just going to pay somebody else and roll the dice on how they're accomplishing the objectives? This is My Online Toolbox, providing weekly quick tips and reminders for all facets of marketing, and we want to remind you to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, and we will see you next week.